Good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening everyone. We will now look and review the Core Gundam and Earthree armor from the Build Divers Rerise. And before we continue, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell under the video so you'll be updated for my next videos. Now let's look the 360 view of this Gunpla. So this is your Core Gundam with everything that it comes with. Okay, so now we will see the design of the Core Gundam. So first, as you can see in the shoulders, I painted that part black because first that is white. And then, as you can see in the chest, it is the clear green part of the Core Gundam. It is a clear plastic, clear green plastic. And then the stickers that is only used in this mobile suit is in the eyes, as you can see, and also the head camera and the back camera. So now, oops, sorry. And also the sticker that you can see also is in the beam rifle or the beam spray gun. Okay, now let's move on to its articulation and let's start in the head. It can go up and look down, and it is limited for its neck guard, and the head can go 360. Okay, and as you can see, it has a free movement because it is made up of ball and socket joints. It can also do the chicken neck, as the Gunpla builders know it. It is a chicken neck. Okay, next let's go to its shoulders. Its shoulders have this articulation. The hand can go 360, or the shoulder rather, both shoulders. And it has this kind of articulation, but this articulation is not for the Core Gundam, it is for the transformation. And so we need to take it back. So next, we'll have the articulation in its arms. The arms can go this far. It so have a very good articulation, and also on the other part, the arms can also go in this part. Okay, so but in the back, it's well still in the straight position. So next, in your torso, you don't have a bend or any kind of movement on the torso because it only has this peg and a hole. Even it has something circular in the center, it doesn't move, so you just put it there. It's just freezing. There's nothing. And twisting of the torso or the waist, it can't rotate because the waist can be blocked by the crotch area together with your front skirt. Even though front skirt is small, it have this articulation, and you can separate the front skirts, but for me I don't do it because I'm so afraid to damage the front skirts articulation, so that's why I stayed for like that. Next, we'll have its legs, and the legs have this kind of articulation. It can go 360 on this side, and also to the other foot you can also have the 360 movement. So next, we'll have your knee of your Core Gundam. Okay, so it can have this 90 degrees movement, and in this part also it can also have its 90 degrees, so it can kneel down, and it can pray. So cute. Okay, next up is in the feet of your Gunpla or the Core Gundam. So it has this very interesting articulations. So in your ankle part, you can have this kind of articulation. It can bend like that. And also it has this joint in your feet, which can have like that, and also in the other part. So if you want to have a straight form and your legs are spreading, you can have this one. Okay, it's so very flexible and very interesting articulation. And also your feet has its own joints that is used for the transformation, so it can do that kind of articulation for the transformation of your core Gundam to its Earthree Gundam formation. And in the back, it doesn't have any skirts or back skirts. And now let's go to its backpack. Its backpack carries the beam sabers, so the beam saber can go up and down. So it goes up if it is used for the transformation. So that's all for your core Gundam. And now let's go for its equipments and weapons. So first, we will have your beam spray gun. It's a beam gun or the beam spray gun of your Gunpla. It is something grayish, black grayish color, and has a sticker as a sight of your, or the front camera of your weapon. So it's very easy to insert the beam spray gun, but first, please don't put the beam spray gun straight, because it, as you can see in the palm, it is in a slant formation. So you need to attach the beam spray gun in a slant formation, like that, slant form. Okay, so it's very easy to put the beam spray gun. So that's it. Next, we'll have its very awkward shield, because as we know, some of the shields of some Gunpla, your arms has a hole, and we will just put the shield in that part. But in this core Gundam, you need to use the hands, which is very interesting and something weird, that you need to put this part, and yes, you need to shut that in the hole in the hand, and oh, that's it. So be very careful in attaching the shield, because it can get the arm guard of the hands, so be very careful. So you need to carefully set it. Okay, so that's it. So it's okay, something awkward in the front, but in the side it's okay and normal. But if you see it and saw it in front, it's very awkward, very awkward. It's like it's riding in a motorcycle and handling the handlebars. Okay, so but having those shields and the beam spray gun, the core Gundam looks very savage. And also we have this extra part for your backpack, which you need to attach this in the back in order for the shield to be stored. And your shield has its own articulation joint there, or a part, or a peg. It's a peg that you need to put it out, and you can put it in the holes in the backpack. Okay, so just choose within the 3 holes in which hole you will put the peg of the backpack, so it can be stored at the back of your Gunpla. So that's it. In the front part, it's not awkward, it's okay. But if in the side, you can see that the attachment of the shield is very awkward at the backpack, so much better if we can just put it in the hands. And also we can get the backpack and put this part. So if you want some customization, you can use this part to attach some different weapons or different backpacks that you want for your customization. Okay, so next, if you're asking for the beam sabers, we have it. Okay, so first we need to detach these beam saber handles at the backpack, and be careful because it is not loose, it is very tight. And we have this flat slot or a flat hole in your beam sabers, so it is expected that the beam saber effects could be in a flat form. So let's see. So it's very easy to stick or to put the beam saber handles. Just be sure that the hole is in this vertical side, not in the horizontal. So because how can you slash a mobile suit if it is in horizontal form? so it must be in vertical, so please be very careful. So that's it. And oh, it's very tight, so it's very secure. So the beam saber handles is very secure in the hands of your core Gundam. So next, let's have its beam saber effects, and the beam saber effects is this so very cute, very cute color pink beam saber effects. So you can put that in that way, and the other one, and wow, it's so very savage. If it's cute, it's savage, man. So as you can see, it's very secure, you know. So you can have this position. Wow, so that is your core Gundam in a beam saber. So who wants to fight now? So for our core Gundam to be complete, it needs to have its partner, and it is your Earth Armor. Now let's take a look the Earth Armor. So first, let's spin it in the 360 so that you can see the different design and aesthetics for this Earth Armor. So now let's take a look the different parts of our Earth Armor. So first, as you can see, there's only one sticker attached to this Earth Armor, and it is in the front of the flight unit. Okay, and it is very obvious that the Earth Armor, as you can see, it is called Earth Armor because all the armors or the part of the Earthree Gundam is attached to this flight unit. So all these parts will be attached to your core Gundam if we transform the core Gundam to Earthree Gundam. There is though so much articulation in your Earth Armor because the articulation that we will see is when we attach the Earth Armor on the core Gundam. So let's see what are the different parts that is attached to your core Gundam that is now still attached to your Earth Armor. So first, you can see this is the V-fin. This is the additional V-fin for your core Gundam to be the Earthree Gundam. And this one with wings is the part of the backpack. It's the additional attachment for the backpack. And that part is also the part for your shoulders. It has two. At the back, we can see the extension of the arms. So you will attach the hands with the knuckle guards for the core Gundam. And at the back, we can see the back skirts. So this is the back skirts of your Earthree Gundam, which we see in the first part that the core Gundam doesn't have a back skirt. Now we also have the attachment under that is the front skirt of the core Gundam. So it has two front skirts. That is very obvious. And next we have the back part, which is the extension of the shield, and it has an articulation like that, and we will see in the next video that it has a purpose why it has like that articulation. And we need to remove the shield so that we can see the next part, and that is the knuckle guard or the arm guard or the hand guard for your hands of your core Gundam to become an Earthree Gundam. So let's put this back at the Earth Armor. So as you can see, there is a green foil sticker, which we will also know what is the purpose of that green foil sticker at the next videos. So next, okay, so let's flip it over. So first we need to remove the stand so that you can see. Oh, okay, sorry, shoulder armor so loose it falls. Okay, so let's attach it first. Then next, oh, another one. It's so loose, it's very loose. Okay, so again, let's flip it over again. Okay, so and that part, so we can see the extended legs and feet of your Earthree Gundam, and I will show you some advanced articulation that we can see in your Earthree parts. So as you can see, it's very obvious that this is the feet of your Earthree Gundam. So that's it. And oh, the shield. Okay, let's fix it. So there are some parts of your Earthree or your Earth Armor that is very loose, so just be careful because you might lose some parts if you're not too careful. So let's attach the stand again so that we can see the earth armor in its full parts. Okay, and I forgot to mention, the below of the unit is the extended part for your beam spray gun. Okay, so you can see in the previous part that you saw the shoulder armor detached because it's very loose, but there is a purpose, because the purpose is for the detaching and transforming. So it has this, oh, like that. So it's very loose, especially the shoulder armor. It's very loose in your earth armor because that is the only part that is attached in your earth armor. Okay, so but there is a purpose for that, because I think some of you will continuously transforming your core Gundam and your earth armor into Earth Gundam and then Earthree Gundam, and then after that you also detach them to separate again to become core Gundam and also the earth armor. So at the back we can have here the ball and joints, ball and socket joints for your extension of the arms. Okay, and we also have in this part the shield is okay, and the backpack extension is okay, and the V-fin. So that is the part which is not loose. The skirt also, in the front skirt also that attached in the earth armor is loose, so just be careful. Okay, so as you can see, that is our earth armor. So next, let us see on the core Gundam with your earth armor. Oh, so it is very beautiful, these two, but it is more beautiful when these two combine. So I will let you see a 360 view of these two beautiful unit or kits. So after this, let's combine them. So Earthree Gundam combine. Your Earthree Gundam in full 360 rotation. Okay, now let's check the articulation of your Earthree Gundam if there is changes. So as you can see, the arms, it is still the same articulation in your arms and your shoulder. It can still do the 360, it can still rotate, but you need to change the angle of the arm so that it will not be it will not bump in the added armor in your backpack. And as you can see, there is a space there because that is the articulation of the core Gundam for the transformation. Now let's go into your skirt. You can see there's yellow, now there is blue. It is the front skirts that we see. So in order to have the articulation in your feet, you need to go up, you need to raise the front skirt and have the articulation of your feet, and that is the highest part of the feet that can have. So at the back, you can't have it because there is a steady back skirt, but you can still have that articulation. And the knee now is not in the knee of the core Gundam but in its feet. Okay, so you can force that, but again there is the back skirt that it isn't steady. So next, in this part of the feet or in the foot, first it's very bulky, the legs very bulky, so it still have this kind of articulation, the wiggly articulation, which it helps in the forming or having the pose of your Gundam. So if there's something like that space, you can change the feet in this articulation, this form, and voila, you can have that pose. So let's check at the back. So it is now have the extended part of your backpack. Okay, and it has your white, and I think we can still see the booster pack. And now the beam sabers is in the upper part, and you cannot move it because of the additional part of your backpack. Okay, so now it also have the V-fin, the extended V-fin in the front. So let's see what are the pros and cons of your Earthree Gundam. So first, it's very tight, and okay, so that's the con. Okay, so the shoulder armor is still so very loose, and in the other part, oh, so it's very lucky. It's in the other part, it's tight, but it's very easy to remove. So because it glides and a painted part, there is a possibility or a tendency that your paint in that part will be worn out. Let's see, let's try to focus if we can see it. Oh, there's one, there's something, a tiny thin line that worn out the black paint. Okay, so that is the con, but all of it is okay. And in your waist, you can still have the 360 because still the crouch area black the rotation of the waist, so it cannot have the 360. And the best part of it doesn't have a side skirt. I love it, there's no side skirt, and the thing that you can see there is just the extension of your back skirt, so it can give more articulation for your legs. So let's see the split test. Oh wow, very nice. It can really do the splits, not a full split, but it's very nice to hold in that position. Okay, now let's see if it can do the one leg challenge. Whoop. Okay, it's something wiggly, but it wow, congrats, it stops and it is steady. Okay, so then let's not forget the earth armor, the remaining part of the earth armor, and that is the only part. Okay, so it reminds me of the transformation gimmick of the Zeta units and the double Zeta. I just forget what is the name of that, and I don't have the HG of Zeta and the double Zeta, so it's very clever to have this kind of transformation. Okay, so that is your remaining part of your earth armor. Now let's don't forget its weapons. So that is your beam spray gun, extended beam spray gun from the under of your earth armor. So that is now your rifle, and do not forget on how to attach. You need to have an angle, so attach like that, and okay, so your beam spray gun becomes a very big beam rifle, big and something long, right? And that is your shield. Let me see it. Okay, so you detach it and we can attach it so that we can have a bigger shield. And the on how to put your shield is still something awkward, so you need to pop that peg, and there is a hole already, and you need to attach that peg in the hole, and you need to form your hand like that, and still put that something handle in the side. And now there are two parts that you need to attach, the peg and the handle. And again, please be careful because still it can get the lower part of the hands attachment, so still be careful. So as you can see, you have now your shield, and it's in this angle. You can see that it's not awkward to look, but in the front you can see still it's just like riding a motorcycle, handling the handle grip or the motor grip. Okay, so now let me show you on why there is a sticker or a foil sticker in that part. So first you need to attach the part of the shield in the beam rifle, so attach it first, and so see the part of the hand just get detached. So attach the beam rifle, and let me attach again the part of this part of the hand, and then put it back and have a nice pose on how, and you can pull that articulation in the shield. So there is a little hole that the foil sticker or the sight is can be seen, and there are now 2 sights or 2 foil stickers that shown in your beam rifle and shield. So I think this is the strongest attack of the Earth armor, or the rather the Earthree Gundam that we see in the series. Okay, spoilers for those who don't see the series already. So we have now your beam effects, and it is more longer, and it is a half of the short beam sabers. So on how to attach it, first detach all your beam rifles and your shield, and get those beam saber handles at the back, and again the shoulder armor detached, so very loose, and then attach the beam effects, and the same, please attach it in vertical position. Okay, don't forget that. So it's in vertical position. And so you have now your Earth armor in its beam saber. Now let me have something very nice looking position. Wow, it's very awkward. Okay, so that is your Earth armor in its beam saber mode, and that's it, the review for our Earthree Gundam. Together it's Earthree armor remaining parts and some of the attachment, and there is some of the additional parts. Okay, the shorter beam saber and the beam rifle, the shields, and that part which can be attached at the back in your Earthree Gundam. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe from Gunpla Show. Bye bye.